Welcome to Academic Gain Tutorials. In this video we will discuss about dividend after-tax income calculation for capital gains coordination. When investors receive dividend income, they often focus only on the dividend amount. However, the real income that matters is the amount left after taxes. This becomes even more important when dividend income is combined with capital gains, because both can affect taxable income, tax brackets, and the final amount an investor actually keeps. First, start by calculating gross dividend income. This means adding all expected dividend payments before taxes. These dividends may come from stocks, ETFs, mutual funds, or other income-producing investments. This gross amount becomes the starting point for the after-tax calculation. Next, classify the dividend type correctly. Some dividends may be qualified dividends, while others may be ordinary dividends. Since tax rates may be different depending on the dividend category, proper classification helps investors estimate taxes more accurately. After that, calculate capital gains or losses. Capital gains happen when an investment is sold for more than its purchase price, while capital losses happen when it is sold for less. Investors should separate short-term gains, long-term gains, and losses because each may have a different tax impact depending on local tax rules. Then, find the net capital gain amount. This is usually done by subtracting total capital losses from total capital gains. If the result is a net gain, it may increase taxable income. If there is a loss, it may help reduce taxable gains, depending on the tax rules in the investor's country. In addition, determine total taxable income. This means adding salary, business income, interest, rental income, retirement withdrawals, dividend income, and net capital gains together. This step is important because total taxable income often determines which tax bracket applies and what rate may be used for dividends and capital gains. Next, estimate the tax rates. Investors should estimate the dividend tax rate for qualified or ordinary dividends and also estimate the capital gains tax rate. These rates may depend on income level, holding period, dividend type, and tax bracket. So, using the correct rate is very important for a realistic calculation. After that, calculate the total taxes. Dividend tax can be estimated by multiplying dividend income by the dividend tax rate. Capital gains tax can be estimated by multiplying net capital gains by the capital gains tax rate. Then, both tax amounts are added together to find the total tax impact. Once total taxes are calculated, the investor can calculate after-tax income. The simple formula is after-tax dividend income equals gross dividends minus dividend tax and capital gains tax. This gives the amount the investor actually keeps after taxes. For example, if gross dividend income is $20,000, net long-term capital gains are $15,000, and other taxable income is $30,000, total taxable income becomes $65,000. If estimated dividend tax is $3,000 and estimated capital gains tax is $2,250, then total taxes are $5,250. So, the after-tax dividend income becomes $14,750. Moreover, coordinating dividends with capital gains and losses can improve tax planning. For example, harvesting capital losses may help offset gains. Holding investments longer may reduce tax pressure in some systems. Monitoring tax brackets throughout the year can also help avoid unexpected tax increases. At the same time, investors should keep accurate records of all dividend payments, investment purchases, sales, gains, losses, and tax documents. Good records make the calculation easier and reduce the chance of mistakes during tax filing. Finally, the goal is simple. Coordinate dividends and capital gains carefully, reduce unnecessary tax, and keep more after-tax income. When investors understand how dividends, gains, losses, tax rates, and taxable income work together, they can make smarter investment and cash flow decisions. This video is for general educational purposes only and should not be considered personal tax, financial, or investment advice. Tax laws vary by country and individual situation, so always consult a qualified tax professional before making any tax or investment decision. If this short video was helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.